All right, I'll call 2018-180, State of Arkansas versus Taylor DeWitt.
Your Honor, there's also going to be an additional case 18-185 that I believe was transferred to Division 4 on May 3rd.
All right, that case is case is down on the scheduling order that I just put in place on 2018-180, which is that October 22nd trial week with a pretrial on August 30th and a reappearance on July 12th. In case 2018-52, today's date was a pretrial date in that case, and it has a trial date of July 16th with a reappearance on July 12th. So all three cases will be coming back to court on July 12th under these orders. Are there any pretrial issues to take up in 2018-52?
There are not, Your Honor.
Now, what other issues do we need to take up today?
Bond, Your Honor. Your Honor, if you'd actually just show no action on these cases, I'll visit with the prosecutor at the break. With there being 3 different cases, it's something we need to just sit down with and look at. And if we need to be heard before the court, I'll ask to have it recalled. But let's just show no action at this time.
Well, the bond that I saw reflected in 18-180 is $25,000. I don't know if there've been any bonds set in these separate or combined in these other 2 cases. But where do we have, does he decide know what the bond is current status is?
Judge, there's a $50,000 bond in a defective property and commercial burglary charge.
That's 18-185.
Okay. And then there was a $15,000 bond in a case that was filed on January the 29th, 2018, which I suppose she made at one time, a $15,000 bond.
That's the 2018-52, I think.
I don't have the third bond.
That's the one 18-180 that I'm currently looking at, and that says $25,000 bond.
Your Honor, what we would ask the court to do is allow that $25,000 bond to stand good for both 185 and case 180.
Judge, I'm probably okay with that as long as there's some restriction on this defendant's whereabouts. I've read these files. She seems to be involved in the burglary is probably the worst thing, but the thefts, we have looks like a pattern of stealing. I don't know what her living arrangements are, but it seems to me like this person doesn't need to fraternize with anybody else.
You know, we could make it a condition of the bond for her not to have any contact with any of the alleged co-defendants regarding her cases.
Yeah, well, that's not what I'm afraid of. You know, they're in jail. I'm more looking like maybe this is a case of house arrest, or I don't know if she's employed.
Well, court's going to set one bond at $35,000 cash or professional bond. To cover all 3 cases. Her next appearance in court in all 3 cases is July 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm going to condition the bond that I just set at $35,000. It'll be conditioned upon no contact with victims, no use or possession of controlled substances, and I don't have, and she'll need to provide a address at which she's going to be residing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That'll be the order of the court. You may be excused.
Thank you.
Court calls 2014-168, State of Arkansas versus Robert Lee Weaver.
It'll take just a moment. He's being disruptive and non-compliant. I'll have to go get him out of the isolation.
Okay, I'll move on to somebody else. Let me know if he can be available, and I'll recall his case. But
Yes, sir.
thank you. One 54 is State of Arkansas versus Austin Denstedt.
Another name I don't have, Austin Denstedt. I guess he's out on a work crew right now. We didn't have him on the docket.
Okay, perhaps we can call him later. All right, I'll move to Michaela Champion, 2016-408.
Your Honor, we have got a possible drug court plea worked out on this. She does need to be screened on that. I would ask to continue this case until the July 12th court date to give her an opportunity to be screened.
Could we get it done on June 21st?
I'm going to be out of state at that time, Your Honor. And
Okay.
my understanding, the state wants a little bit more time on that as well, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Champions, I'm gonna, the 60-day rule will be waived. Ordered to reappear on July 12th.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Am I allowed,
Michaela, I'm going to come see you, okay?
am I allowed to get bonded out?
Not at this time, Michaela.
He's gonna come see you,
I'm
he
gonna-
just said.
I'll come see you right after court, okay?
Okay.
All right. 2017-44, State of Arkansas versus Alicia Pierce.
Now, obviously, Ms. Pierce is on the revocation docket. She's got 2 other pending charges in Baxter County right now, and we're working towards resolution on those matters. I'd like to waive the 60-day requirement, and if we could have her reappear, I think we'll have the other cases resolved by that time.
Waiver of the 60-day requirement, set her down for reappearance June 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Pierce, you'll be back in court on June 21st. You may be excused at this time.
Alicia, I'll try to get over there this afternoon, otherwise it'll be in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
2017-115, State of Arkansas versus Chastity Miller. Ms. Miller, you're appearing at this time for arraignment on a petition to revoke. It's the second one that I can see has been filed since you originally played out. This is one issued filed April 17th of 2018. The allegations contained in the petition are that you had failed to report as required multiple times, that you had a residency issue of not being at the residence that you'd given to your supervising officer. You failed to complete a sanction of community service. It's listed as a third offense. The supervision fees had not been paid, or were you were behind on them. Fines were not being paid, and then on April 16th, 2018, the offender had ceased to contact the probation office. All of those are allegations contained in the petition. Have you made any arrangements to be represented by an attorney?
No, sir.
Well, court would just advise you that this is a petition to revoke. It could result in your being revoked into the penitentiary. You need to understand the importance of it. It's your right to have an attorney. You either hire the attorney of your choice, in which case the court doesn't get involved, or you, if you cannot afford an attorney, you make application to the public defender's office. That's an application available. It's being presented to you right now by the officer. It's a requirement that you fill that out and turn that in. That's how you secure appointed counsel through the court system. So get that filled out and turned in if you want to be represented. The court has reviewed your file. This case is on the Division 3 docket of Judge Putman. He's been the judge on it since you pled out, and as I saw that he'd already handled one thing. So your case is going to be set down on his docket for hearing on June 28th. All right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to enter a plea of not true. I forgot on the allegations against you. How do you now plead?
Not guilty.
All right. I'm noting that plea on the docket, and your hearing is set for June 28th. But get that application filled out so that you'll have counsel to discuss it with and make whatever arrangements you need to make. All right? You may be excused. Court's calling 2018-62, State of Arkansas versus Michael Ford.
Your Honor, he's going to need to be brought over this afternoon, please.
All right. I'll direct that Mr. Ford will be brought over for the afternoon session of court. You may be excused for now, sir. Well, I'm going to recall 2014-168, Robert Weaver.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Or good morning.
All right. Good morning. We've got, has Mr. Weaver applied for the services? Public
He has.
defender?
He has, Judge.
Is this matter for hearing today?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. We'll direct that Mr. Weaver will come over this afternoon for hearing on his petition.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Have a good day.
2018-60, State of Arkansas versus Andrew Byer. Is the Public Defender's Office representing him?
We do, Judge.
This is down today for a review hearing or a pretrial hearing. Are there any pretrial issues or any matters to take up today?
Your Honor, there are not,
Andrew Byer.
Your Honor, when I visited with him yesterday at the jail, he expressed an interest to get his matter resolved. Based upon that, I'm going to ask the court to please transport him over this afternoon. There are no pretrial issues, Judge, if we do not resolve it.
All right. Okay. I'm going to direct that Mr. Byer be brought over this afternoon. May be excused at this time.
Thank you.
2015-326, State of Arkansas versus Eric Gunter.
Your Honor, he'll need to be transported over. That may or may not be for hearing, but it'll be resolved today.
All right. Court's directing that Eric Gunter will be transported over for the afternoon session. You may be excused at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
2017-8, State of Arkansas versus Cassandra Avila. Oh, this is a bond forfeiture matter.
Yes, sir.
What have you to report on the,
I've tracked her down to Reading, California. I'm just trying to get an address on her now.
you anticipate that you'll go get her?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you do have her located?
In Reading, California, I don't have an exact address yet, but I'm working on that.
Okay. If we give you additional 90 days, would that, you think you can get her here back?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Put her down for August 16th. I'm going to reschedule the show cause hearing. Rescheduled till August 16th. All right?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Thank you.
You may be excused. Thank you for being. 2017-266, 2017-3 26, State of Arkansas versus Chad Merriman.
Mr. Mayor, Chair, Your Honor, it was set for trial on the 21st. Mr. Etheridge has offered a plea agreement, which we are going to take today. We just need to have it written up, come back this afternoon and
All right.
do it on both cases.
I'll put him down for a recall this afternoon.
Thank you, Your
very
Honor.
much, Mr. Pettiford. 2018-227, Alfred Moore. Is Alfred M. Moore present? Have you had any contact with Alfred Moore?
I gave everything to the clerk last week, Your Honor. I can, or a week and a half ago, I cannot answer if anything's been served. I can text the sheriff's department, Your Honor, to see if they've managed to find Mr. Moore.
Okay.
I think I'm good on that.
All right, we'll come back to it then. We can move. 2017-182, State of Arkansas versus Tracy Adams.
Judge, could you set that aside? I apologize. I'm not dressed. I was here to have you sign an order and saw she was on the docket. But
Is she here?
She's not here, Your Honor. I had thought we were just left with setting a hearing, was my notes from the last time we were here. We were going to wait for the case coordinator to get back and set it for a hearing where she would plead and the court would then determine what level of felony she is to be convicted of.
Well,
So
I have it down for a setting today, just I'm not even sure whether it's attorney status or some other status, but we've got a scheduling order for an October trial. So that's where we are in this.
And that was, Your Honor, I didn't tell her to be here, and I obviously didn't know her to be here today. Like I said, I just had an order for you to sign, and I saw she was on the docket. I didn't know that we were supposed to be here today, but there's no issues. The case is in the same posture. She will plead, and we'll simply have a hearing.
You're in touch with her?
I wouldn't say daily, but 3 or 4 times a week, so.
All right. Well, I've got her down for her next appearance is July 12th.
Okay. And I think between now and then, we can maybe find a day that we can do that bench hearing where that will dispose of the case.
All right.
And I apologize about my attire. Like I said, I was
problem.
just trying to slide in and get an order signed.
All right. She's down for reappear on July 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. 2017-324, State of Arkansas versus Larry Bell.
Your Honor, Mr. Bell is for sentencing, and I think part of what he is sentenced on is on a DWI, and we have tried to get him screened. And in fact, he went over to get screened again this morning. They had already left. So if we could postpone that till this afternoon. He's prepared to be sentenced, and he knows he's going to jail today, but he does need to be screened on the DWI.
Okay. All right, so I'll recall that this afternoon. In the meantime, let's see if we can't get through the screening, get the screening done so we can sentence. 2017-330, State of Arkansas versus Dana Rackley.
And I believe she was screened for drug court yesterday. Nick, do you know anything about that?
I do, and if it's possible, I'd like to discuss that with the court
Sure.
at some point before we make any finalizations.
All right. We'll have a conversation here in a minute, and I'll direct that you, Ms. Rackley, you come back for the afternoon session. 2017-380, State of Arkansas versus Amy Tolliver.
Under Ms. Tolliver's case is a case that I think is just simply a restitution case.
It should be.
And I believe when she appeared here 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was 4 Thursdays ago, she had stated that she would have full restitution today. That's right, Judge. Your Honor, we'll call her at the lunch break and find out why she is not here.
All right, that'll be the order of the court. She'll reappear this afternoon.
Thank you, Judge.
2018-50, State of Arkansas versus Audrey Sari.
Your Honor, Ms. Sari's case is a case that we are very close to an agreement on. We have discovery, we have a plea offer. There are a couple of issues that I want to address with the state. We're not going to have that concluded today, though, Your Honor. So if we could just have her stay on her current scheduling order. If she's not on the June 21 docket, Your Honor, I'd like for her to be on that docket.
I'll put her down to reappear on June 21.
Because it will be resolved by that date, Judge.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
You may be excused.